Welcome back. The second half. So we've had a first half, half time, and the second half. So at this time, we've had a bit of a pissing competition, and now it's 3 hours later, and I get a phone call from Andreas once again. We're both more relaxed, and it's time for two gentlemen just to have a bit of a chit chat after we've had a bit of a, let's say, a heated discussion about my views on Super.One and Andreas' passion about Super.One. Feeling a little bit more proud about the way I conducted myself, but at the end of it, Andreas still not happy. He wants me to remove my videos, and I think it's because the app is about to be released, and he obviously doesn't want people to search for Super.One on Google or YouTube and be intercepted by my videos, warning people about an opportunity of a lifetime that is too good to be true. From this conversation, I feel you'll probably get a good feel about his passion for the company, the way he talks to me, the way I talk to him. And it is really not my style to give an entrepreneurial guy a hard time. I love people who show entrepreneurial sports. And there's no doubt, even if Andreas is a dirty, rotten scammer and he's just out to take people's money, he still put his heart and soul into the project. But I just can't stand the fact when I spend all this time watching these videos of these multi-level marketer guys doing their thing and convincing people they need to invest so they can build their downline. And I think I'll be really honest, that's the part that I don't like the most. If you've been following my YouTube channel and you've subscribed, you will be notified of other videos that I'm doing. In the previous video, I said I've been looking at about 50 different Ponzi schemes. There's a real scam-demic out there at the moment. And I just can't sit back and watch these Zoom meetings with these people saying that people are going to get, if they invest $50,000, they're going to get 20% of their money back in a short period of time. I haven't studied all the figures, but as I said previously, he reckons he can get 3 million people using this app every day and paying $1. And if that happens, to get that to happen, you need to have an alliance with certain people. In the video linked below this video, and you look at the last town hall meeting that he did, he says that he has alliances with Netflix, Spotify, and TikTok. He reckons that, imagine if you're playing music and up pops a game that you can play, a yes-no game, because this is what this really is who's the greatest soccer player currently in the world? Do you know? Yes, no. And you are forced to make that decision quickly. And if you don't want to make that decision quickly, you can pause the game, or you can purchase an NFT that will let you cheat and get the answer. And if you are clever enough to beat the other people who may be quicker than you, you could potentially win $10,000. He states, as I said previously, that he reckons every 5 minutes he's going to have 288 games a day. I'm not 100% sure of the facts. I'm listening to these figures. He's rattling off like it's no big deal, and I just think it's unheard of. And if he has got this ground-breaking app and he's got alliances with Spotify, Netflix, and TikTok, then why don't we see any evidence? We have to trust him. How many businessmen that have your money do you like trusting? I would not personally give any of my money and put it into Super.One. I don't care what they say. I want to hear Netflix. I want to hear Spotify, and I want to hear TikTok advertising the fact that they have formed an alliance with Super.One, not the other way round. As I said, I hopefully will have evidence that Fantasy, who do a lot of promotion for sporting companies, actually email me back and verify the last email they got to be true, because they claim they have nothing to do with Andreas. And if you watched his video of his last town hall meeting, you can see he's got a disclaimer at the very start of his PowerPoint presentation that states that the graphics within this PowerPoint presentation are only a representation of the type of companies that may be interested in forming alliance with Super.One. Now, a lot of these multi-level marketers have been doing it for years. They rely on NLP training. NLP training is basically, if you say things enough time to someone, they will believe it's true. And I'm in business networking, and I know that if you want to meet somebody, you need to be consistent. You need to meet them multiple times. And that's why I do a lot of personal branding for people. When people meet me, they feel like they already know me and they've never spoken to me. It's because, you know, I'm dripping that tap on them. I put a little bit of Danny over here and a little bit of Danny over there and a bit of Danny over there. And you might see me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You might see me on Twitter. And then my branding is consistent. And then when you get on a Zoom meeting, I can tell people who've been following me. It's the same practices that these guys are doing in these Zoom meetings. They literally, in my opinion, are brainwashing you. As I've said previously, I was brought up in a religious cult. I got kicked out of it when I was 23 years of age. I used to sit in the audience as a kid from the age of 5, listen to the elders and the ministerial servants and the circuit overseers, the people who ran the organization, tell us a bunch of lies. And the parallels between this paradise earth that we were all focusing on were just lies. And now I see this app and I see these businessmen who are exploiting people. And he will say, I'm not exploiting them. And I'm saying, but you're offering people an investment opportunity. You claim not to be a financial advisor. You're asking people to use crypto, which is unregulated. And then you are producing a gaming app, which is casino-based, and then claiming it's not casino-based. And I'm asking, how are you going to prove to people? Or how are you going to regulate this? How are you going to stop people under the age of 18 gambling on your app? And he goes, it's not gambling. And I go, but you put money into it. Oh, no, you don't. You put tokens into it. And then you play with tokens. And under 18-year-olds can't get these tokens out and cash them out until they turn 18. So if you're 16 years of age and you play with SuperOne's app, you know, you'll be able to save your money in there. And then when you get to 18, you can take all your money out. It's just too good to be true. Is this too good to be true? Post your comments. Tell me your feedback. Have you got a good return on your investment with SuperOne so far? Are you prepared to wait for this beta app to be released that's free? Are you prepared to wait until all these improvements and the new things that he's going to do? I mean, it's just too far, too long, too big a dream, unrealistic. You know, Andreas claims he's Steve Jobs. He's the Elon Musk of the gaming world. I mean, who am I to question such a man? Hope you enjoy. There was another point. Andreas has... I actually quite enjoy this conversation myself. It was a lot more relaxed. It got a bit stupid at the end. But he has asked me to give him a few questions. He said he will write the answers. He will give me back a document. And then he's prepared to come on to a Zoom meeting with me. And I will ask him the questions. And I will let him answer. I will not interrupt him. And I'll give him an opportunity to answer the questions. And they will be questions that you may want the answer to. So if you have any questions, please post them in the comments, because this will be going live before we ask him to come along. And then we can address the questions that you may be asking before you invest in Super.One. If you've had any experiences with Super.One, good or bad, please go to theheck.com and see the contact page. You can submit them anonymously. It would be nice if you put your name behind it, because I can't really use anonymous people when asking Andreas questions. I hope I haven't made you nervous about your investment, or if I need to be put in my place, then please do so by correcting some of my knowledge. I'm not claiming to be an expert in the crypto field. I like to think of myself as a layman. And I'd like to think that we don't need things to be so complicated when you are making an investment. And this is a complex investment opportunity. Crypto, blockchain, ecosystem, metaverse, whatever it is. And then it's all NFT based. And at the moment, crypto's fallen by 95%. I mean, a lot of these companies are falling over before they even get started. And if you're entrepreneurial, you'll know that so many companies these startups do not get traction. So it's a long shot for this to actually work. So I really want to know from Andreas. He claims that he's got partnerships with these big, massive companies. He's not prepared to name them. And then I ask him who these companies are and how many he's got. And then the young fella that was on the video before said that it's less than 100, more than 50. And then when I listen to Andreas in his Zoom meetings, he's telling us that he's got 3 big partnerships with Netflix, Spotify, and also TikTok or TikTok. Anyway, so I hope you enjoy the video. This is the last one. Andreas, on his first video, if you look at the first half, Andreas rang me up and he blew the shit out of me, and we had a good old bit of a banter there. Bit of a pissing competition. The second video that you may want to go watch is Ben and, I lost his name, Johan, and he was sticking up for their boss. And this is the third video, and this was basically back-to-back 3.5 hours worth of talking, was actually Andreas ringing back. He was a lot more relaxed. He didn't sound like he'd been drinking much. He sounded like he was drunk the first time. And the second time he's more relaxed, and I felt we had a much better conversation. Obviously, I let him do more speaking. So, hey, listen to this video. Remember to hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified when more videos come out. And I'll merge this into the live stream that I did. I actually turned the live stream off, so no one's actually seen the footage that you're about to watch. It was just a recording between Andreas and myself. All right, thanks for watching. Right. Is that Andreas now, is it?
Hi, Danny. Hi, Danny. It's Andreas. You get your recorder well?
Yeah, I think I did. Didn't do too bad. We should...
No, I'm a little bit surprised that you don't want to listen to anything, but that's probably part of your nature.
I actually think that's a cop-out, Andreas.
Thank you for the music.
Andreas, it's a cop-out to say I didn't listen to you, because the problem was I didn't like what you guys were saying and the lies and the side-stepping techniques. Like, when is your app going to be produced? You tell me.
My app is coming the first week in December.
Okay. Well, on your Telegram group, you've been telling people it's coming at the end of November.
You have to understand one thing, Danny. When you do a technical release like this, we already started this week, and as you probably see, we are together with one of the biggest media companies in the world when it comes to football. We are releasing this app now in the beginning of December. And we are pretty well doing pretty well, actually. And
but you did say this last year, didn't you, Andreas? You did say this last year and the year before.
Oh yeah, we did. We were about to do it last year. There was something happening. It called COVID, and it called a war in Ukraine. So a lot of things happened.
Mate.
Yes,
I
agree. I agree.
This is excuses.
I can agree with that.
Excuses.
The thing is, we are not asking
There's
for
still
an
a war in Ukraine, mate, and you're still saying it's going to be next month.
It's a really pity. I employed 2 people from Ukraine last week, and they were.
Oh, you're a hero, mate. You're a hero.
So I'm really actually giving a lot of my income to Ukraine. So
you're a good guy.
That's okay. The thing is, Danny, what you have to understand.
I don't have to understand anything, mate.
When you do changes like we do in the gaming and things like that.
Mate, you're not going to lose me with your words. I'm sorry. You can't make these excuses to me. I've watched all your stuff, all your false claims, all the evidence just doesn't add up, mate. You're just telling me porkies.
I don't need that.
We
Okay,
want
I
facts.
just want you to look at the rational of what we're
No,
doing.
no, you're
Okay,
not
the
using
change.
your NLP training techniques with me. You are making
You,
false promises that you can't keep.
I don't need to debate techniques with you.
No,
If
you
I want to
don't. And I
debate
don't need
techniques
to
with
have
you,
you on my phone, mate.
I gonna tell you what I do when I debate techniques. Okay,
Okay.
you claim to be a journalist.
No,
Okay,
I don't. You
you're
put
not.
that on me.
You have no. Okay,
No.
let me ask you one thing.
Oh, here we go.
What is your criticism of the sources you have? I believe that's zero, and that's what frightened me. You are now a hero because you are in New York Times, but you have zero criticism from the Alper guy that you got against me. Okay, you know that this guy has been charged by the police in Norway for actually being subject to fraud in Norway. Okay, and he tried to claim me to do it, I was completely exonerated. So the guys you're talking to, your sources are corrupted, okay? That's the only thing I want to say. And I think that you, as a very professional journalist, you really need to look at who you rely on, okay?
Oh,
I
thank
don't
you. Thank you so
say
much
that
for the
I
advice.
am the golden boy. I don't say that.
What about the Norwegian newspaper, mate?
The only thing I say, Danny, is that you rely on sources that are not adequate.
Actually,
Okay,
mate, you're
and
wrong. I actually watch your videos. I watch what you say
it's
on your
nothing
Vimeo
about
account.
my video. It's nothing
No,
about my
you've
video.
been on
It's
the
about the
video for the last
guy.
couple of months.
It's about Danny. This is about the guy you put in front of everybody and say he lost $100,000 on me. Okay, that guy.
No, I was reading
He
the
fool.
Norwegian.
You
Andreas,
know,
listen to me.
you
The
know what? You know
Norwegian
what? This guy.
newspaper, what did they publish
You
about
know
you?
what? Do you really know the guy?
I don't
You
need to
know,
know him, mate. I actually do the research
I
from
tell you
watch.
what this guy did. I
I
put a
don't care
private
about him, mate.
investigator on him.
He's not my
I put a
source.
private investigator on him.
He's not my source, mate.
He fooled a girl. He fooled a
Look,
old
mate,
lady.
it's just
He was
propaganda. I'll have to
shagging.
turn your sound off in a minute.
Listen.
I'll have to turn your
You
sound
don't
off,
want to
mate, because you're
listen.
just making up jokes.
He didn't
My
want.
source
You don't
is
want to
you.
listen. You don't want to listen because you're so high in your own
No, I'm
emotion.
not.
Okay.
But you're asking me for my source. I'm telling you that I watch your videos and I listen to the
Yeah, it doesn't
contradictions.
matter. I'm asking you for this source about this particular thing incident, okay? You can watch all the video about me, and I know you're gonna love me because I'm fucking the truth. The thing is, you don't do from a journalistic point of view
I'm not a
your way
journalist.
or listening to Alper Guler, which is now changed his name to Elio Alper Guler. He changed his name in Norway because he was actually charged by the police in Norway for telling not the truth. He was a really bad guy. Okay, this guy is being hunted by the police. You believe in him as a journalistic source, which is really bad.
No,
That's what I want to tell you.
no.
That's the only thing I want to tell you.
Okay,
And
fair
you can
enough.
take
Fair
that
enough.
guy. You
I
can
hear
take
you.
that guy from Thailand that you put in, the Coinman guy, trying to bribe me and trying to extort me.
Oh, mate, you've got excuses for
I
everything.
don't respond to those things.
Of course you
I
don't.
invite you.
You don't have
I
a choice
invite
to.
you on my. Listen, Danny. I invite you on my fucking expense to come to Norway and see our operation because what you're doing is wrong. Okay. I think you are very, very
No,
courageous and you do a lot of good things.
thank
And
you.
I'm probably going to come and visit you another day.
Well, it sounds like
You
a
are
threat
really
more than a
good.
promise,
And
mate.
you are and you're probably right with a lot of other people, what you're doing when it comes to revealing
Look,
scams
mate.
and all things. I'm not a scammer. I'm not a scammer.
But
I've never
why?
been. I work 18 hours about 6 days a
Yeah,
week,
well, we all work hard at the moment.
Danny.
We all
So
work hard at the moment, don't we?
at the end of the day, I gotta come out on top. I'm not afraid of that. The thing is, the thing is that you rely on sources like Alper Guler, who is the biggest scammer. He's been charged by financial fraud in Norway. Okay,
Yeah.
you know what he did together with his sister? He been
Yeah,
charged for
yeah,
financial fraud from a
yeah.
lot of people.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
so you put that at my charge. I don't want to deal with him. I actually put him. He tried to put me in court in Norway. He was rejected by the court in Norway. The police in Norway told him he's a fucker. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so what you want is wrong. Okay, I'm just trying to get you on the right track.
All
If
right.
you want something with me, I invite you to come to Norway to my headquarters and
Yeah.
sit down with the team and
I
see
don't
what
think
we're
I'd
doing.
return, mate.
We have 60 people. We have 60 people
Oh,
working with
look,
us
mate.
every day. Okay,
Mate, I can tell
I am
you.
not afraid of.
Yeah.
The thing is when people like you come on board and they do what you do. Okay, I don't mind. I don't mind what you're doing. I understand your role, and I appreciate it because the world is very cruel. There's a lot of bad people in this industry. So I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is a really sensible kind of thing, changing a lot of things. So what I want is for you to understand that what we do is proper business. I don't mind. I've been around this business for many years, and I'm delivering a really good product. So you can say whatever you want,
But you're
and I
not.
will never
You. I
agree.
mean,
I will never agree with you. But
yeah. Okay. But I want to, mate. If we want to,
what I question,
I've got a
Danny.
question for you, mate, and it's not a rocket science one. Like, if your app is legitimate, and if everyone else that's out to get you just had a bad experience for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. But when I look at your white paper and I look at the membership rewards that you offer, they are too good to be true, for one thing. And there's different
What do you
levels,
mean by
and it's
membership rewards?
well, you've got gold memberships,
Yeah,
and you've got
we have
platinum.
different tires. I'm actually the inspiration of a lot of things. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm changing the gaming industry in the sense that I'm
Well, I
using
hope you are, mate.
real.
But there's some real big
I'm changing the.
fundamentals, and we haven't finished.
I have two
You're
of the
sidestepping,
biggest.
mate.
Okay, listen, Danny. This is something you don't know, but I have two of the biggest organizations within the whole gaming industry, within the whole football industry, now supporting me. We are doing a change in the way we do business. Okay, we have a real time exchange of
It's
value,
it's a
and that's what
philosophy.
we're doing. Okay,
But
we are not doing anything else to that.
Andreas, you've got to come from a little bit of my perspective. Now, I was brought up as a Jehovah's Witness, and the elders and the people that stood on the stage continuously preached a message that I truly believed. Now, I'm sure you've got your followers, and I'm sure you've got people that believe what you say.
It's not about that.
Okay,
It's
no,
not
no,
about
let me
that,
just
Danny.
say this. It's not all bad, mate. Let me
Danny,
just, if I can't talk.
you're coming from a negative, you're coming
No,
from
I'm
a
not. But
negative
let me
point
say,
of
you've
view.
got your followers. Okay, I get it. You've got your followers. You've got the people who believe you. But the message that you're
It's not
preaching
about
is
who's
a
following
good
me.
story.
It's not about your perspective or who's following me. It's
Well,
about the
if I was
real
to
truth.
invest in you, mate, if I
Danny,
was
this
to
is all
invest,
about the truth. This is about the
mate,
truth,
there's no
okay?
truth in your business.
It's about you have to listen. You don't understand this, but it's about the truth. It's about what you carry through, okay? It's what you wake up in the
You were
morning and what you
repeating
do.
stuff that you've rehearsed for years, mate.
Nobody is pursuing your way of doing it. I'm here. I'm dealing with my team 24/7. I have 60 people employed for me. We are going to the market with the biggest things, okay? What I propose for you is to reason with me. I'm not here to fight you. I don't need to fight you. At the end of the day, I will come out on top. I'm not afraid of that. The thing is, what I want, I hate your negative way of acting because you are acting with bad actors, okay? Alper Guler, the guy that is one source of your blog post, he is a crook. He was charged by the Norwegian police. He lied to the Norwegian police. He is a fucking scammer when it comes to Norwegian financial crime. So your source of truth is wrong. Okay, that's one guy. The other guy is the coin guy that tried to get what you call a fantasy to be negative to us. Fantasy where they delivered. the whole video to us. We haven't tried to how do you say it, be scammer to anyone.
Well, why don't
We've
you
been
take it off?
working with fantasy,
Why don't you take that
and we
video
work
off?
with the biggest organizations in the world at the moment, believing in what we do.
Why don't
So
you take that
my
video off,
thing is
Andreas?
to say, Danny, I understand your voyage against a lot of scammers, but the thing is, we are walking the talk. I wake up
You are
5
not,
o'clock
mate.
every morning. I
All
work
the
until
information.
midnight,
The
and I
only
really
reason
hate
people
these
are
things
feeding me
you come
information,
because they
Andreas.
are not true.
Andreas.
And of course, I can
Andreas.
fight against
You're
I
not
can
listening
do.
to what
I
I'm
can do.
saying. The
And I can
only
try to
reason,
reason with you
Andreas.
and say,
Let's take
Danny, this is not
everybody.
correct.
Let's
I
take
understand your
everybody out of the
publicity
equation that has
in
fed
New
me
York
information
Times.
about
Yeah,
you.
I do.
Hey, just you and
And I
me.
understand where you're coming from.
You and me. Tell me about
And
you.
I don't mind. That's your rational.
No, I'm not being
The thing
rational.
is,
I've
now
started.
you're talking to me,
I started a
and I have
crusade because I saw
absolutely
your product. Andreas, you've got
nothing
to
to
listen
say
to somebody
against
else as
you.
well.
At the end of the day, you're wrong.
Oh, well, I'm
Because
wrong.
right.
You're right. So does that make you feel better?
You understand?
You're right. I'm wrong. Does that make you feel better?
Are you there, Danny?
Yeah, you are right, and I am wrong. Now, can we have a conversation?
Danny, are you still there?
Yes. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? You've pressed the button? Oh, my goodness. So it continues. So this is actually conversation number 3, and we're about to start conversation number 4. That's my ringtone, like that. We're back. What happened? Okay, so I was saying that you were right and I was wrong.
I lost you.
Yeah, no, I could still hear
Must
you.
be something.
So I
Danny,
was saying that
I'm
you were
trying to
right
say-
and I was wrong. Andreas, you've got to listen to me. You are right and I am wrong. Okay?
No, what I'm saying, Danny, is that I'm a hardworking entrepreneur. Okay,
I'm not.
I have a concept that's coming now to the market. We are starting now in the beginning of December. We've done it with great partners. Okay, and you are kind of relying on people that I have passed by. Okay, one of them is Alper Guler. He didn't even show his name because you showed a guy and said he lost $100,000 with me. I tell you the truth about this guy. Okay.
But
And if you are
Andreas, I
prepared-
don't actually believe any of them.
Let me tell.
Andreas, I don't believe anyone
Let-
that's fed me information. I haven't got my conclusion from these guys.
Okay,
They've
let
only
me tell you
only
the-
come out
let
of the
me
woodwork
tell you-
since I've been doing your
Let me
videos.
tell you. Okay, allow me to speak. Okay, let me tell you the truth of that guy. He
But
had
I
a
don't. It's not relevant.
Okay. This guy had a UK investment company
Yeah.
that went bankrupt. Okay.
Okay. Poor guy.
It went bankrupt. Okay. He put it at forced closure. So basically, he lost all his money in SuperOne, or the holding company of SuperOne,
Yeah.
because he was not able to uphold the company because it went bankrupt. It was forcefully closed down by the authorities.
Yeah.
So basically, his shares were taken over by Her Majesty the Queen. Sorry, she's dead. So now it's the King Charles that actually owns those shares in the company. Okay, this guy is your reliable source.
No, he's not.
He reported me to the police in Norway.
Yeah.
He was thrown out by the police. I have a complete exoneration from the police in Norway saying absolutely nothing wrongful happened. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the situation. That's the guy you are relying on.
No, it's not the guy I'm relying on.
That's the guy that were in your post about me posting some stupid things from Bangkok. I was 6 weeks in East. I was one night in that nightclub, and I went home before midnight, and I went to Norway after 5 minutes. Okay, so Danny, the thing is, what you're talking about is not the correct picture. Okay, you're trying to frame me.
No,
and I
I'm
feel
not,
it's
and that's
really...
not fair, because I'm not trying to frame you, because I'm relying on the PowerPoint presentations that you are using in your Zoom meetings.
I
That
and
was
that and
your.
that and that's fine because I always said the truth to everybody. It's like this: we are not trying to do anything, but at the end of the day, you came out with a post on YouTube about this guy losing $100,000. He never lost $100,000. I tell you why I lost $100,000, and I can prove you're wrong. Okay. The thing is, he lost $100,000 because he put the money into a company in the UK that's been winded up by the government because he didn't report his earnings.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to do anything. Sorry.
Stop smoking those
What I'm
cigars,
trying
mate.
to do, sorry for coughing. The thing is, so no, by efficient, his money is taken care of by the government of UK. That's where he is. Okay, so that's his story, and this is all provable. Okay, it's provable by his official records. Okay, he didn't do his company, and they went bankrupt, and nothing to do with us. Okay, nothing to do with me, nothing to do anything. He never lost his money. He actually did not react. So basically, he lost his money because he never reacted to anything within that. And that my problem goes with this, Danny. This is your source of truth, okay?
No, it's
You
not.
have a halfway convict saying, "Okay, this is Andreas is the bad guy," and you're listening to him. And if you are a journalist of criticism, you will never do that. You will always look for more reasonable things, and you will be able to say,
But
"Okay,
I'm not
is
using
the
that, mate. Here's the article. I've got the article on the screen now that you're talking about. That was in the Norwegian newspaper, the NRK. Is it that
There is an article about me. There
Yep.
is an article about me. Yes, there is.
Yep.
And I'm completely exonerated from that. Okay.
All right.
After that, the Norwegian police, they told me you are completely they did investigation on me for 9 months,
Yeah.
and they came out. They came out. You know what they said? Nothing found. Okay,
All
it
right.
was nothing like not even like normally you have a thing like because of the evidence or anything. There was nothing found because I have a proper operation, and I was also set up by the same guy that you have set up. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the same guy has been charged by the police for false statement.
Yep.
Okay, so that's where we are. Okay, so this is my only thing is to relate to the reality.
Yeah, but
I don't care. People, I have enemies. Okay, there are people that don't want to talk to me. There are people like doing things and whatever and take the fame and do a lot of things. Danny, I don't care about that. I
I'm trying to find the article to make it English.
understand that. I don't care about that because I'm delivering on my purpose, okay? I'm doing that, okay? So I'm moving forward. I have 60 employees every day. I'm moving. I wake up about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Good
I
on you.
move forward, okay? We move forward,
But
okay?
you do realize
We
that
have
all the information that
and we
I've.
have people like you coming in
Yeah, I
with
know, but
this.
you're not listening to me, and you're not. And this is how you overtalk people. I'm telling you that the people that have come forth and talked to me and given me information have only come out since I have watched your Zoom meeting presentations. And your Zoom presentations are very similar to Hyperverse. You're promising people unrealistic return on their investment. How can you justify that?
I don't come across and say promise anybody. If you listen to my Zooms, I always say this is the risk, this is what we're doing. I always
You
be
can't
very
do
frank
that
at
though,
what we do.
Andreas.
I always do very frank at
You
what we're doing.
you
Okay,
can't tell
but
people that
to
you're
be
not
honest,
giving
to be honest,
financial
to be honest,
advice and then
I
carry
think
on
what we're
doing so.
doing is I think what we are doing is very very great. I think what we
Why?
have done,
Why?
I shown one thing that you miss. There is a many project out there, and I have actually done one thing. There is a lot of projects that never walk the talk. I walk the talk. I walk the talk all the time with a lot of developers. I am in there. I'm doing a real serious business, okay?
I
We
don't think
don't
you are,
do
Andreas.
anything wrongful. We approach our legal advisors.
Mate,
We
your
do
legal
things
team
from
is
a
crap, mate. It doesn't make any sense.
you have I think you are wrong on that, okay? We have some of the
No, but
best
you just
legal
keep
people in the
talking and you
world.
don't listen, Andreas.
I
I
can't
can tell
use
you,
you
I
as a
can tell you
reference
some
for the
fundamental flaws in your app that you don't seem to be addressing. For example, let me
okay.
talk. Your
As
app
a,
is
I will
your
say a
app.
little bit like I will say a little bit like Steve Jobs did at this point in
No, you're
time.
not.
There
No,
might
you're
be
more like
things that we are
Mr.
not
Charles
there might be things that
Ponzi.
we are not perfectly good at, but we're trying,
I
okay?
mean,
And
I'm
you
not
can say
against
that
entrepreneurship. Andreas,
legal
what
backing. You
Andreas,
can say,
I can prove your app
Danny,
is great or bad.
Danny, you can say that our legal backing is not good. It's made by professional legal
Everyone's a professional in your business,
advisors.
mate.
And we have in our white paper, you will see there is like at least three major legal concerns. Is United States of America with the Howey test, is the UK, and it's the German. And we are very clear on what we do. So I'm not afraid of that. We are very well on safe turf when it comes to these things. The thing is, you're still complaining and you still say, oh, we are this and we are that, which we aren't, okay?
How?
We are
Okay, well,
hardworking.
answer.
We are
Andreas,
hardworking
you need
entrepreneurs.
to let me ask a question. Let's just take out all the people that have fed me these lies, allegedly by you. How are you going to release a gaming app when you've been struck off the casino licensee? You can't.
We are on in the first week of December. We are releasing our first gaming app. Okay,
To
we had
who?
this app
To
live
who?
before. We are coming to the market with a very enticing new battle royale app, which is amazing. It's amazing.
No, but at the
It's a real.
moment, you can't play the game unless you're invited in or you invest into the app.
Of course you can. Everybody can play it. Everybody can.
Well,
So there you
I
are
can't get
wrong
in there.
taking. You are wrong taking in your. You say that you can't play and you're playing against a kind of boot. With that, that's wrong. That's something you are totally
Do
wrong.
you really
It's your
reckon? Do you
misinterpretation.
really reckon a soccer player that earns millions of dollars every year is going to pull out his
No,
phone and
we
play
are not. We
against
are not.
people?
We are not doing that. Okay, you have to listen to one thing. We are doing where you can play against other people about the general knowledge about soccer players.
Yes.
Okay, at if you read the presentation, you will see that at the end of the day, if there is a Ronaldo or Messi or whatever in the world, we can create where you can play against them. That is, of course, subject to agreement with them. We don't have that agreement. We
That's right.
don't say it. And in my presentation, I say very clearly we don't have this agreement. I say that's a potential influencer game. Having said that, we have sized some agreements lately
How
that's gonna
many?
be a permanent, but that doesn't matter. The thing is, the
But
general concept
it's
is
a
that
gambling
we
app,
have
isn't it?
a
So
general.
Andrea, so I understand who your app. It's a gambling app, and I can bet and play against other players. Like you call it gaming, but we have gaming rooms in New Zealand that are actually little casinos. You know, you got the pokie machines, and they're housed in
Oh
a
yeah, yeah.
gaming thing. Is that right?
And your gaming rules in New Zealand, I presume, is very similar to one in UK because you kind of spin off from UK. And we are never into gambling at all. We are into what you call skill gaming, okay?
But you receive
And
tokens. You receive tokens, don't you, if you win?
no, you receive actually money if you win.
No,
That's
you
one
don't.
of our
No, because
concepts.
if you're under the age of 18, you can't take out money.
We will never play with anyone under the age of 18.
Yeah, well,
That's
going by
the
your
answer.
own presentation, people under the age of 18, because I asked one of your
No, no,
presenters,
no.
said
We
that
always
they
say
can play, but
18
they
is the
can't take
thing.
the money out until they turn
Okay,
18.
Danny, whatever you try to say, okay? Under the age of 18 will never be the thing because we are ruling this based on the App Store. We have a good relationship with both Google and Apple, and that's how we run it, okay? And it's going to be related to the provisions of the App Store. That's the main thing with what we
You can't
do.
do it, mate.
And what we do,
In New
yeah.
Zealand, we cannot promote gambling in any way or form without a casino license. I used
We
to
are not,
own the domain name. Excuse me. I
we
used
are
to
not
own the
in
domain name casino.
we are not in any sense constituted gambling. Okay, I know the constitution of gambling very
Gambling
well.
is
I
when you
know the
play a game
law.
and you get a financial reward, in case you haven't realized that. And it's illegal to promote
No,
it in New Zealand.
there is. You have to forget. You have to understand one thing. Gambling is when you have a wager to get something, and you get a random prize. Okay, we are not into random. We are into knowledge-based games.
Your
Skill
app
games.
has AI in it, and you are playing against AI apps. That's something you didn't know we knew.
No, you're not. You're not playing against AI.
You are.
Playing.
The system is rigged because you can
No,
pause the game
no,
by buying an
no,
NFT
no,
of a
no,
superstar.
no, 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 no.
You need to watch your own videos, mate. You need to watch your own Zoom meetings.
You're not playing against AI at all.
Really?
You're playing against other real people in real time, and we can prove it.
Hope Elon Musk doesn't buy your company when you're rich and famous, mate, because you'll have to prove that you haven't been playing with AIs.
I can prove it, okay?
Okay.
So the thing is, you're wrong at what you're saying, okay?
I'm wrong at so many things when I've been talking to you guys today. I've been told that I'm a reporter.
Why? I have one question for you.
One?
Why do you keep bugging us for all the things we haven't really done? It seems like you are just here for a scandal or whatever.
Well, that's a low blow because I used to be part of a religion that used to preach people lies, and I believed it was true. When I watched your Zoom meetings, you were promising people unrealistic return in their investment. And no one that is you asked me a question. You asked me a question, and I'm answering it.
The only thing I tell people is that, listen, and this I can tell you, if we got 3 million, or when we get 3 million people playing at $1 a day
in Malaysia,
we have 1.5 million to share. Okay, I'm pursuing a new business model in the world.
Yeah, but your app,
it will be yes. Okay, if we reach that, I always say, if we reach 10% of that, is good. If we reach 20, is even better. I don't know. You don't know. I don't know. Okay, and that's what I'm telling people. I'm very upfront doing this. I'm not promising anything.
Okay, so yep, it's just
That's what I have been saying for the past 2 years.
But you are promising people something. You're telling them to put their crypto into your platform, buy your tokens.
I don't say that. I say basically, if you want to be part of this, yes, you have to buy in.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't really.
That is actually saying it, mate.
I say this is up to you. Okay. If you believe in it, you can do it. If you don't believe it, don't do it.
No, but that's not good enough, mate. You're taking the money and you're putting it somewhere, and people can't.
The money that comes into the company, I have reinvested every penny into making the company moving forward.
Yeah.
And I have a new way of crowdfunding. And we're going into the market now tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but in 2-3 weeks, we are in the market. We are a new, fresh breath within the gaming industry, and we're doing pretty well. So what I'm pursuing and what I'm telling everybody is that we have a new kind of business model, and this is my mantra. We have a real-time division of profit coming from that model. And that goes on a daily basis, not daily. It goes every transaction, and that's what we've been doing in SuperOne over the past 2 years. So every transaction actually incur in 10,000 different transactions in our model today, and that's what we've been working on technically. To how do we solve this? How do we do it? So.
But it's never going to get released, mate.
We are not scamming anybody.
But it's never going to be released, mate. And what do you feel about Sam Bankman? Do you worry about when you see people like that who are involved in crypto? Does that upset you?
Pardon?
How do you feel about people like Sam Bankman with FTX Crypto?
Well, when it comes to the crypto and the FTX, I am doing something which is mass adoption of crypto as a business model. Okay, that's what I care about. I'm not very much into crypto myself when it comes to kind of speculating or anything. I don't want to have to deal with it. So what we
So,
do in
so
our
if,
crypto
if that's the
model, and
case,
you have to understand is, we pay real-time dividend in Ripple at the moment. We love
well,
Ripple
why don't you
because
make
they
it
are.
mainstream? Why don't you do this and make people invest with US dollars or Norwegian dollars? Why did people have to use crypto?
No, why we use crypto is because it's feasible to pay in small amounts. Okay, what I said to you is that one transaction maybe have 10,000 other transaction behind the scenes. So we're using crypto as a business model, and this is my whole thing. That's my whole point. We're using business crypto as a business model, and we can do 10,000 transaction on Ripple without caring about the transaction fees. I've been into crypto for since 2015, 16.
So why
I
can't
know a
you put
lot
it on
about.
the App Store and use their payments methods?
Pardon?
Why can't you put your app on the App Store and pay with Apple Pay? Because their
Yeah,
gateway.
we're doing that. We're doing that. We are already in the App Store. We have
Yeah.
updated about 130 times our apps, and we're going to add payment through App Store in January, February. We're going to do that. It's all in our plans. Of course, we're going to do that.
So you're
We're going to do
releasing
that.
an app
And then
on the first week of December.
I tell you one of the problems with my business model when I get to App Store is like, App Store is okay. Let's say you pay $1 to App Store, Danny. You pay $1, okay, and that dollar we will not get before after 30 to 60 days. Okay, so it's not real time. That's the challenge we have. But we're fixing that. We are breaching that with crypto, and we're doing that. So basically, if I refer you and I wanted to earn from your playing, or you want to have your money immediately, we're fixing that with crypto. So we're doing that in real time. So yes, we are partners with Apple and Google. There is no big deal. Nobody gonna walk away from anything.
Why don't you produce a video?
Pardon?
Why don't you get Apple to produce a video to say they're partnering with you guys? I'm being a bit cheeky,
I
but
mean, everyone that's accepted into. Everyone that's accepted into the either the Apple Play Store or Google Play, they are the definitive partners. There is nothing remarkable about that. That means we are accepted. You can download our apps today from the Apple App Store or from the Google App Store.
yeah, but
There's nothing to claim. It's not a partnership in the sense that you are accessing their delivery channel. There is nothing to say, wow, we are partnerships with that. It's nothing for me. It's nothing big thing.
But
It's
if
just
you look at your white paper or your light paper, you've got pictures here of Heineken. So people who don't know anything would allege that you've got some connection with
and if you
Heineken.
also look on that white paper, you will say that Heineken is a subjective brand that we might approach or whatever.
Yeah, but
I
you're
mean, when you
misleading
do.
people with those images. It's
Well,
telling
we
people.
are always tagging our images as examples of what we do.
Well, what about
I'm changing.
Manchester
You
United?
have to understand. You have to understand, Johnny. We
No,
are
I don't have to
changing the
understand,
way we
Andreas.
we we.
You're
You have to listen.
claiming this
We are
is. If I was to look at
we are.
this without knowing you and without being fed any information, I would look at this white paper and go, "How can you have alliances of all these people when you don't?"
We don't need to.
Yeah, well,
I
you've
mean, we
got
have a
you've got
license. We
Heineken.
listen.
You, you're telling people that
If you are a little bit into what we do, you already see we are with the biggest football publisher in the world.
what
Okay, we are with the
fantasy.
biggest organization in the world at the moment. We are already live, even in your jurisdiction. The thing is, we are moving forward. Okay, there are things into examples or
I
in
think you've
example the
been chased,
spaces
mate. I think you're not moving
there.
forward. I think you're running away from people who want their money back.
No, we're not running away from anything, Danny. The thing is, in the spaces, I'm disrupting the whole mobile advertising thing. And yes, I agree. The examples are examples, okay? We have to understand they are examples. But that's examples, and everybody understands there are examples. We are telling them these are examples. And I'm even in my webinars explicitly say these are examples. So, where are we? I can tell you. we have advertisers coming in and saying, "Wow, this is great. How can we work together?" I say,
Coca-Cola.
I still say,
Are you
Danny,
working
it's
with
too early.
Coca-Cola?
It's too early. It's too early. You know why?
Oh,
I
I
want
can't.
the
I
proof
just
from
can't
the
trust you,
concept.
mate. Unfortunately,
I
I've got
want to
more
have the
people saying
game.
bad
I
things
want
about you than good things. The only people that are saying
the
good
thing.
things about you is your
The
staff.
thing is, Danny, this is I want the game to be running and be successful from a gamer perspective.
That's
Okay, when you have the game running, and this is the risk we are all facing. Okay, we say we're gonna start the game, we're gonna roll the game. Okay, that's what we're doing these days, and my whole team, 60 people, working to do that. They're doing a great job. So the next will be running the game, get the game going, and then we're going to monetize from that. And within a few years, I'm pretty sure we're going to be a multi-billion-dollar business.
no,
But
no.
the thing is,
The people that are promoting your product are multi-level marketers, and that's the
that's one
problem. What
thing
I don't
that
like,
you
mate.
forget
That's
about one thing. You
that, that but
forget
that
about one thing.
you've got to.
You forget about one thing.
No, but that's
You
what I'm
forget
here
that.
for, mate. That's what I expose. I expose Ponzi schemes, and it's been marketed with these Zoom meetings
Oh
preaching
yeah, oh
about
yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
marketing.
yeah, yeah. Danny, I agree with you. I agree with you. I can agree with you. Okay, there are in our way of doing business. Okay, we created something called a creative business. Okay, it's the same as what Axis did. Okay, they got about 3.5 million Filipinos to work with Axie, and they made a lot of money from that. And every time you start a business, you need to finance it. Okay, I finance this from my very own bucket,
Yeah.
and we move on. Okay, and I done it through, I can call it a crowdfunding way. Okay, there are people that is promoting this that has been into other whatever projects and everything, and we are not aligning with all of those. Okay,
But
I'm
why didn't you just
perfectly
go for crowdfunding straight away?
I perfectly understand that. Okay, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if you are an investor on Nasdaq, okay, and one guy invests in you, okay, let's say for argument that Mr. X is investing you, and he's investing in you, and he has been investing badly before, and people say, okay, this Mr. X has been investing in you is bad. Okay, I understand and respect that. But at the end of the day, I have created this company. Okay, we haven't taken on board any equity since 2017, and we have got 55,000 token holders. Okay, we turn around $25 million, and the thing is, I'm moving forward. Now I'm delivering the product,
I don't
which
think
is the
you
game.
can deliver the product,
Okay?
Andreas. It's just people are
No,
tired of hearing it. I mean, I'm just looking at your account structures here, and if you invest $10,000, you get a 30% discount on all purchases, and
it's not.
it's.
It's not so important what you're saying there,
But if
because
you're just doing this to
at
raise
the end of the
capital,
day, most people that will put up money here. If it's $1,000, they will end up with a magnificent return. Okay,
but even if
but
people,
that what
your
I'm saying to
concept,
all those
there's no
people, I'm
proof.
saying
There's no proof in your
what
concept. You're going to release
well,
the app
what I'm
in
saying, Danny,
Malaysia,
to all
and
these
you're
people,
hoping it's going to take off.
yeah, I'm saying to all these people, this is a risky thing, and you have to be careful, and you have to understand we are doing our best to make it happen. We can't guarantee anything, and
And
that's the
people are
thing
going to
people
lose
forget.
their money while you try to figure out how to make it work. So let's say you publish the app and you get it
But
out on the first week
why
of
do you say
December. Hold
that?
it.
Why do
Let's
you
say
say
you
that,
publish
Danny?
this app. Let's say
Danny?
you
Why?
publish this app
One
in
second, one
December in
second.
Malaysia
Why do you think people are gonna lose their money? Why I'm trying to figure out how it
because
works,
you're
because
doing
it's
a
already
beta
working.
test. Because you're going to do a beta test, release the app first week of December, going by what you said
But
before.
Danny, I already have a working game
How much money
with
is
a
it
big.
making?
But so what's the what? Okay, you don't respect that I have a working product. Okay, I understand that.
I've got it on my phone
And
right
that,
here, mate.
pardon?
I've got your app on my phone, and I needed to have an affiliate ID or some sort of account.
There is nothing with the game on your app at the moment. Okay, it's starting in the beginning of December. So what you're saying is that you don't believe in it, and that's fine. Okay, I don't ask you to believe it. Okay, I say if you don't believe that I'm coming with a game in the beginning of December, nothing.
But it was
Just uninstall your app.
But the sad thing, mate, it was November, and now it's December. And when December comes, it's going to be next January.
Okay?
Last year you did the same thing.
I'm very frank. I'm one of the guys who invested most money into this. I'm telling you.
Where'd you get the money from?
At the beginning of December, we start launching this game. Okay, you will see a big, tremendous change in the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's a beta test.
There is no way I can convince you to believe that.
No, but there's no way. You were telling people.
But the only thing I want to ask Danny the Hack about is don't believe in everything you hear.
All right,
and all the people that if you are a professional journalist,
well, let's get more professional.
Ask a bit critical to your source.
Let's get more professional.
You're talking to sources that has been charged by the Norwegian police.
Andreas,
that's not good.
I get you.
That's really
I understand
bad.
it, Andreas. I'll tell you
and
what.
You try
from now
to
on,
make a laugh
if anyone comes to me asking questions, if anyone comes to me asking, Andreas,
I give a fuck. If you think I'm doing bad business, it's okay.
I'll come to you.
That's relevant.
I'll come directly to you.
What I'm asking you is to stop doing this harassment based on.
It's not harassment. I'm protecting people from losing their money.
You can question their background. You can question their reality. Ask them to document what they have done. Like you asking me to document my game and everything.
Andreas,
ask these people
you're not listening.
Document
Can you hear me?
Relationship
Hello, Andreas.
With me.
Andreas.
Ask them to document
I'm going to sing your song, Andreas.
I'm
going to sing your song.
Haven't invested.
You
stole the money from a 65-year-old woman in Miami.
Can I have a word in each way, please? Andreas, I love listening to your voice, but I would actually like to speak if you don't mind.
Infringing your
would you mind if
I
speak to you?
By talking to this.
It would be nice if I could get a word in each way. Are you there? Hello? I can't hear you.
Thailand.
Hello?
Saying a lot of bullshit.
Yep, that guy.
Just a crap.
He's your business partner.
I have this trail
Can you hear me?
with Fantasy.
Can you hear me?
We got the thing from
Andreas.
Fantasy. We got the whole video from Fantasy.
Hello, Andreas.
Saying, here's your video.
Mm-hmm.
Use it on the 4th of September 2020. So you can keep on going. And you will, at the end of the day, you will not win.
Okay. Can I come directly to you if anyone else comes to me in future? You there?
So you understand that, Danny?
Can you hear me all right? You there? Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Have I got you? I think he lost me ages ago, so let's have another go. Let's do the camera this time. See if we can get him. G'day, mate. I could hear you, but you obviously couldn't hear me. I was singing you songs along the way.
I lost you somewhere in between.
Before you keep going, I heard what you said. So next time, hey, can you hear me? Hello? Let me sing you a song once again, Andreas. Do you mind if I talk for a bit?
My main point is this.
Can you hear me, mate? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay. Next time someone comes to me with information about you or your company, can I come directly to the horse and ask those questions?
Can you? I can't hear you very well. I call you back.
Okay. We'll get there eventually. I want to see if I can bring him on...
Hello.
There he goes. There he is. Boom. There you go, mate. Hey, next time somebody comes to me, funny, didn't like that, did he? Oh my God. Let's go. Did that work? Did that work? Is that working?
Hello.
Yeah. Does that work?
I'm sorry, I was hearing you very bad. It was a bad connection.
Next time someone comes to me with information, I will come back to you direct and discuss it with you. How does that sound?
The thing is, Danny, is that my main point with you is this. I don't. Okay. You are a blogger. You do what you do to get your attention. Okay, I understand that. My point is that you are basing a lot of your information on very poor sources. Okay, and you should do a little bit when you are a journalist. You should be a little bit critical to who is your sources. Okay, you can have people coming in saying right, left, and center about me. I don't care. Okay, there are people out there that hate me, and there are people that love me. So at the end of the day, these people and their credibility is all gonna be projected to you. Some of the people that you have taken into your blog and say, "Oh, listen, I lost $100,000 on Andreas," which is definitely wrong. Okay, I tell you why. They lost their money because they were actually scamming banks in Norway, and they lost everything because their company was bankrupt in UK. I can prove them wrong. I can prove that. Okay, I have the link. I can prove them. Okay, so that's the matter of fact, and that's the starting point for every discussion. Facts are the starting points. And this is what I don't like about how you just capture someone and say, "Oh, he's a new guy. He must have lost money." If you are a professional journalist like you pretend to be, you have to capture the reality. You
Okay.
understand?
I do, and I think the honest truth of it, mate, is I look at your PDFs and I look at what you're
You you
proposing
you
to
you
do.
you can Danny,
Yeah, but
Danny.
you've got to let
Okay,
me speak,
you can
otherwise.
say you can say what you do about my webinars or whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a subject to that.
And
But when
you're
we
telling me
talk
you're doing
about
those for cash funding, and you're calling it. Yeah.
what we have to discuss, Danny, is the reality of what's being said, the reality of your sources. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
can prove that your source in Alper Guler, the guy you're talking to, he changed his name to Elio Alper Sky. He changed his name in the Norwegian registry because he was chased by the police. He chased by hordes of people. He had been scamming people for centuries, for too long time. So I kicked him out. Okay, he is lying. You're talking to a guy that thinks the world is flat, the earth is flat. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue that. I can send you all that documentation.
Yeah.
The thing is, this guy is your primary source
No, he's
of
not.
hoarding me.
He's not my primary source. You
He
are
is
my
your
primary
source.
source,
You had an
Andreas.
interview with him. You
No,
sent a picture
I
from,
don't like
okay,
you, Andreas.
listen,
I don't
listen, Danny,
like.
Danny, Danny, Danny.
I don't
I
like
was
you,
six
Andreas.
weeks, I was 6 weeks away from home in the autumn 2019.
Yep.
I was about 37 minutes into a discotheque called Level in Bangkok. Okay, I was sitting there, and you know how these discotheques are. You're approached by a lot of people. I went home. Okay, after about 30 minutes after your recording, I went to the airport and I went home. Okay, I was not even drinking. So the thing
Mate,
is,
I've got a picture
and
of you holding
you post
alcohol.
this as I'm a flamboyant fucking guy running
No, but
around.
your colleague
I'm
that was on the phone earlier on to me was telling me that you were drinking tonight.
he's mugshotting me, and he's trying to bribe me. He's trying to, I don't know what is, extort me, whatever. I feel from a journalistic point of view, and remember, I used to operate a newspaper in Norway. I know a lot about journalism. I think this is immoral,
Mate, you had your
and it's
hands
wrong.
all over a lady in the nightclub. And
You
you're
can say
drinking. You can see the
you can
alcohol.
say what you want, but
No,
you're
no, but it's in the
trying to
videos.
frame.
It's in the video.
The thing is, Danny, you're you are trying to frame me, okay?
I framed you. You're already on hanging on the wall, mate.
You are trying to frame me as a bad actor, okay? And you succeeded with that, with what you do. But what I'm telling you is that your basis of what you're doing is wrong, okay? And
Okay. Do you want me to
I'm
remove all
gonna
the
have
videos?
I tried to tell you multiple times. I also have lawyers coming, but that's another part of the game.
Cool.
So what I'm trying to say, is that this is not right. Okay, I feel like a founder. I feel obliged to say, okay, this is not good. I hate it. I really hate it because it's wrong. I get angry. Yeah, can I get angry? Yes, I do. Okay, do I hate Danny? Yeah, I do it because
I'll take that as
you
a
are
compliment.
yeah, no, but you are misrepresenting the
I'm not
fact.
misrepresenting
Okay,
you, mate, because I could do another
you are,
video.
you are, you are, you
No, I
are,
could do
you are,
another
you are
video tomorrow
misrepresenting the fact.
going through your PowerPoint presentation telling you what I don't like about it.
Danny, listen. You are relying on a single source of
I'm
information.
not relying on them.
Every
I'm looking at
serious,
you. I'm listening to
every
you, mate.
serious. You
You
have to listen. If you
you are
can
telling
listen one thing,
stories.
okay? Every serious journalist or investigator will have multiple sources of information, okay? You have not done that. You're
Okay.
listening to this guy, which is a convict in Norway. He's
You
run
obviously
away
don't
from,
like him, do you?
he's been bribing banks in Norway for a long
Naughty.
time. I tell you, I have in writing that this guy, he was subject. I asked him, have you earned the money yourself? I did a KYC on this guy. Have you earned the money yourself? Yes, he confirmed. Are you in possession of the money? Yes. You know what happened? He never lost $100,000 with us because he never had 100,000. He borrowed that money from a woman in Florida, and I have a private investigator with a tape saying he borrowed the money and she borrowed on her house.
So did you
Okay,
give the tokens back to her then?
pardon?
Did you give the tokens back that he bought? Because in the Tron scan, I can
No,
see there's
the
five
deal
people.
was like
There's five
he
people
made
that have purchased $100,000.
he claims he lost money. Okay, I tell you what happened. And he were acting on behalf of an investment company in UK, which was his company. I put it up for him. I was happy to help him to put it up, and I left it to him and I say, Mr. Alper Guler, there is your company, here is how you deal with it. And he made it bankrupt. He bankrupted the company, and he lost everything. He
Okay.
lost
Well,
the
he's not my
assets
source.
connected.
He's not my source.
No, but the thing is, you are relying on that source,
No, I'm
okay?
not.
So
No, I'm
you
not. I'm
are. You
relying
have
on
that
you,
big,
mate.
Danny, be careful, okay? You're relying on that source for your blog, and you're relying on that source for the images of me, for everything is coming from that same source. So if that is your credible source, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I'm trying to tell you, this is the information we have. This is where we are. So basically, I'm just inspiring you to say, be a little bit more critical to your sources, okay? Another guy that came and said the fantasy video was fake, which fantasy say is not fake. He coming and saying, he tried to pressure us for money. We said we don't return any money because we already paid commissions, so we did things, and we don't want this guy.
So
He's coming,
Peter Schmidt.
doing this bullshit thing, and there are people always doing this bullshit thing. I don't respond
Well,
to it. I
who's
don't respond to
hold it?
threats. I
Hold
don't
it.
respond to threats. I don't respond
Oh,
to
over to I,
threats.
mate.
Never.
But you've got Peter Schmidt, who from Fantasy, telling us he's got no association with you. So are you telling me now that he's full of shit?
What are you saying?
Well, Peter Schmidt, from the technology supervisor from Fantasy, says that they have no association and never had any association with any of the content that you were using.
I don't understand what you're saying. I can't hear it, but you're saying we are a very tech-savvy company. Okay, we have 60 employees. We have 35 on development side now. We're doing very well, and we are doing very well actually. And we're going there. So the thing is, what worries me about guys like you is that you rely your information on very poor sources. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can say, okay, I don't like Andreas, and that's fair. Okay,
No, I've got no reason
I
not to
don't like. I
like
don't
you.
like. You
I've
can
got no
say.
reason
You can
not to
say,
like you.
I am Danny the heck. I don't like Andreas. Okay, that's okay. But you're telling me that I'm a liar and I'm a fucking scammer. That's another thing, and that's gonna have legal ramification for you going
Yeah.
forward.
Well, are you
The
threatening
thing is,
me?
what I'm saying, you
God.
have no. Yeah, it will be. But the thing is, you have no evidence, and that's what I'm telling you.
Oh,
You're
I've got an
basing your
email.
evidence.
I've got an email here from Fantasy telling me that you shouldn't be using the video that you produced, that you stole from their website. Is that not enough?
Pardon?
I've
You
said,
have an email saying that I stole from what?
so if you go to your on your WhatsApp, I've just sent you the message.
What? I
Look,
never stole from anyone. Everyone that's been on board has been on board on the same voyage. Okay, we've been a little bit delayed. I can admit that. We've been a little bit
few
delayed.
years.
There is something called COVID. There is something
Oh,
called
excuses,
COVID.
mate.
And we have been fighting through the COVID, and
Oh,
we've
we all
done
have.
things in a proper way. I've been always frank to my crowd and everybody. And the thing is, I'm out there. I'm working 18 hours every day,
Oh, here we go
6
again.
days a
It
week.
doesn't make
Okay,
it right, though, mate.
probably 6-7 days a week.
Yep.
I'm doing this in a proper way.
Try being a YouTuber, mate.
The way you treat me is what annoys me. Okay, because you are not relevant, and what you're saying is wrong. Is just
Okay.
wrong. And there are people out there that can vote against you. So it will happen sometimes, Danny, that we will face court. But
Yep.
that's not the thing. It's not. I'm not.
Well, that sounds like a sounds like a threat,
I'm
mate.
threatening you from a person to a person.
No, you're not. You're threatening me.
I'm tired of these allegations.
Yeah,
And
I'm
the
tired
thing
of you
is,
too, mate.
You are.
I'm tired of
the
seeing
main
your Zoom
thing-
meetings
the
and
main
people
thing-
telling people
the
to
main
invest in
thing-
false
the main
hopes.
thing- The main thing is you. If you are a proper journalist and a proper,
I'm not. I'm a YouTuber.
a proper guy, you have to really have reliable sources.
I'll come back
okay?
to you next time,
Your
Andreas.
sources, I can prove them.
Okay,
as
well, next time I'll
crooks
come
in the
straight back to you,
Norwegian
okay? Next time somebody contacts me telling me that they've lost all their money, I'll come to you and talk to you directly.
Nobody,
Does that sound
nobody
cool?
has lost money. Nobody has lost
Excellent.
money.
So next time I get
Nobody-
someone,
Nobody has
next
lost
time I
money
get
yet.
an email from someone telling me something, I'll come to you and discuss it directly. Is that cool? Is that good?
The thing is, Danny,
Is that a yes or a no, Andreas? Can I come back to
One
you?
thing you forget.
Can we
You
have a
forget
meeting
one thing.
next time somebody
forget one-
accuses
you
you
forget one
of
thing.
being a
You
dirty,
forget
rotten,
one
disgusting
thing.
scammer?
If
I
you
can come
stop
back and ask you
listening to your-
directly.
if you can stop
Can you not hear me
listening to
again?
yourself, if you can stop listening to yourself, nobody has lost money in me. And yes, we have been delayed, but nobody has lost money in me. I'm very frank. I'm very open-minded. And I'm one of the few that actually walk the talk in this industry.
Oh, whatever.
I understand you have a lot of grief against other people. I really don't care. You know
I've
who
got
I
no
care
reason
about?
to hate you or love you, mate. Have I?
I tell you who I care about. I care about
But
the
I've got no
55,000 people.
reason to
I
love
care
you
about
or
the
hate you.
55. You have to listen. I care about the 55,000 people that put money in us.
So do
I
I.
wake up every morning and I'm trying to do it even better.
Keep
okay?
trying, mate.
And now I'm into a partnership that brings in millions and millions of players.
Sure you do.
And that's what we're doing. So I think we should reason, and you should take down a couple of these videos because it's really bad.
Yeah.
I hate it. I can attack you. I can come to your we can sit down, we can look at it. The thing is, you're wrong, okay? I'm just trying to say you're wrong, okay?
Yeah. Well, I hope you release your app on December, because if you don't release the app in December, you're going to look like you're wrong.
Pardon?
If you don't release the app in the first week of December, then it looks like you were wrong.
The thing is, Danny, what you're saying about me is wrong, okay? There are people, and I will argue that the sources you have, they are not...
We're going around in circles, mate.
You can okay, we can do one thing, okay?
Yeah.
We can do a little swap on, you can do a KYC or a kind of AML. We can do a check on your source and my source, okay? Let's see. Let's get a police report on your source and my source, okay?
Yeah.
I can give you a clean police report on how I've been dealing, what I'm charged with by the Norwegian police, which is 0, nothing. And you can try your source, okay?
But you're not, Andreas, you're not listening to me. I don't care about the sources. I actually don't like the structure of your company.
No, I don't need to share that source because I know the source and I know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not worried about my sources. I haven't
what I'm offering you. I am offering you a carte blanche as a journalist to say, okay, how can I verify my source? Andreas is here He's willing to do a clean police report being subject to me.
Yep. Well, next
or
time
I can look at,
Yep.
or you can look at your current source, and he will never get a clean police
Right.
report.
So
But that's
next time I'll come to you directly. Okay. Next time.
Pardon?
Next time I will come to you before I publish anything.
I'm
check the source.
I'm just giving you, Danny. I'm giving you this option. I will be happy to share my police record in Norway.
Yep. But
I'm happy to.
But you're missing.
The other party is willing to do. I'm just saying you.
But you're missing the very fundamental. You're missing the important part.
I've been in this industry for way too long.
Well, it doesn't. Time doesn't make you not a crook.
I am the advocate of real-time settlement and transparency. I'm a business owner.
Yeah, and I'm a YouTuber.
I don't want this. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, I say, Danny the Hack, you're doing this thing. You're doing great. You're trying to do this thing, but you have to rely on reliable sources. Okay, so I'm offering you. I'm going to do one thing, okay? I'm going to render my police report to you, and I'm going to say, this is my credit and police report from Norway, okay?
Yeah.
And I encourage you to do that on your other sources, okay? There is a young guy coming out of...
Mate, everyone involved in crypto normally has a shady past, so I'm not surprised.
Crypto is one thing. What is important is what blockchain can do with you.
No, blockchain's over, mate.
We are working with Ripple, which is
it's all. I mean, I don't like your company, mate. I don't care. I'm looking at your company and the structure of it, and the promises that you're making people, and that's what I don't like. I don't need to get that from other sources.
One thing you forget.
It's all baloney, mate. It's all full of shit.
We pay real time. You have to forget. Don't forget one thing. We pay real-time rewards. So if you bring somebody in and somebody's playing, we pay real-time within 2 seconds, 2 3
and then when you try to get it out of the Ponzi scheme, there'll be no money left.
It's not a Ponzi scheme
It is a Ponzi scheme.
It's a very sustainable business model.
It's a cash grab.
Sustainable man.
You've got tokens.
There's no Ponzi
You're crypto.
There
you're promising unrealistic rewards.
I mean,
it's a Ponzi scheme.
Listen, Danny, you have to understand one thing. Amazon is built on 3 million
Amazon.
referrals, okay?
At the end of the day, Amazon's a Ponzi scheme.
If you refer your neighbor to buy
infrastructure, I've heard this argument.
You're getting money from Amazon. It's the same we do. Okay? Right. That's the same. We do it in real time.
Yeah.
So when the neighbor is paying...
Amazon have registered offices everywhere. And they run through real money. They don't buy your goods with crypto.
So if Amazon is paying you $10, we are paying you $10.
No, but you're paying crypto, mate.
Seconds.
Crypto is unregulated.
I don't know why you're so hostile to crypto.
Well, look at what's happened to it lately. The guy has taken off with billions of dollars. A crypto exchange. It's the most unstable environment you could build something on.
Yeah. And I agree. That's a bad actor. We don't talk about that because we are not part of it. We have a thing where everyone can use their own little exchange. They can use their own wallet.
Pancake
we don't
swaps.
care. We are not custodian. We don't hold money.
No, but there's not enough.
We don't hold.
There's not enough security.
Within 2 or 3 seconds.
It's too risky.
Your own account.
You'd have to be stupid to invest in SuperOne.
That's the main difference. You have to understand. I'm creating a new business model that people attract.
You're not Elon Musk. You're not Elon. You're not Bill Gates. You're not Steve Jobs. And you have got so many flaws.
I don't try to be either.
You
Elon
are trying to make a
I'm
casino.
Andreas from Norway, and I'm creating a new business
You've
model.
Got so many false claims.
I'm creating regardless of what you say, I'm creating a new business model, and I'm doing it my way. Okay,
whether it's knock yourself out, but don't ask me to invest.
Gates, that's another thing. But you are just opposing everything I'm saying, because you have no rational argument against.
I do,
it, and that's what I fear.
Why do you have to give people?
Is like guys like you being negative all the time. That's okay.
I'm one of a kind.
You can be opposed to me, but don't ever post lies about me, and don't rely on sources that is still bribing and being subject to investigation.
Did you go to a nightclub?
That's what you had done.
Did you go to a nightclub?
That's the main thing, Danny.
Did you go to a nightclub?
You and me, The main thing between you and me is related to who you rely on. Okay,
Right.
I don't need to argue. I can send you arguments. I can send you police reports. You will never respond to it.
Okay.
So
But
that's
I
the
don't
big
care about
trouble.
that, mate.
Okay.
I don't like the structure of your company, and I think it's an unfeasible business
You don't
model.
like the structure of my company. You
That's
don't
correct.
like what I'm doing.
No,
That's
just
fair.
I
Okay.
just don't like your company.
You are what you are,
I,
but you should never ever post lies about me. And that's my thing,
I
and
don't
that's what I'm
aim.
gonna come
I
after.
don't aim to post lies, and I do want to find out the truth. And it is
We
hard
never
researching
lie.
it.
We
So the
never
fact that
lie.
I
We
can
are
come back to
always
you,
very frank. We never lie. We never lie. We never do that in my company. We always behave,
never
and we
lie.
always
Have you been drinking
innovate. And
tonight?
what you're saying is wrong, and you don't respect it. Okay, and that's okay. You don't respect it. How should I react to that? Okay, my time during the day is limited. Okay, I have a lot of things to do. And I have to work with what I believe in. Okay, you believe in something else. I believe in this. Okay, and that's what I'm doing. I'm working what I believe in. I wake up in the morning and I try to adhere to all my people and say, okay, this is what we do, and I think we are doing pretty well. But you are always trying to challenge this, and that's your maybe your role or your whatever mantra, and that's what you're doing. Okay, at the end of the day we're gonna win. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win.
Love
So
it.
that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm not
Good
here
stuff,
to
mate.
disgrace you. I'm not here to quarrel with you, Danny. I don't need to spend my time doing that. So the thing is,
Yep. Fair enough.
Andreas is doing what he is doing, and you, but I don't accept you calling me a scammer. Okay, I'm doing something else. Okay, I'm in love with the other girl. You are in love with the other or another girl. Okay, that's what we're doing. I don't respect you when you're calling me a scammer. Okay,
Okay.
because I'm so far away from a scammer that you can ever be. If you've been in my office in Norway, you know that I'm 5 o'clock in the morning into the office until midnight. Everybody adores me because I'm dedicated in what I'm doing, and we're trying to do the best for everyone.
Good
So
man.
when you come up with all these lies and all these fuck tires that kind of say, "Oh, I lost money," or Andrea, I will say, secure your sources of information. That's the only thing I ask for. I I don't need anything else than just say, "This is my source of information."
Yep.
I know who your
And,
sources
and
are.
it's hard to
I
it's
know
hard to
that
find good information because there's not many people
I
behind
know
the
the
company
guy
that
who's
will.
your source
Not many
and leak
people.
this.
It's hard to
I
find
only
people like
ask
you
you
who
for
want to talk
one
about their
thing,
business.
okay? Between me and you, I only ask you for one thing, okay?
Report the truth.
Be critical to your sources. That's the
Fair enough.
only thing I ask
I'll
for,
try to
okay?
get better
That's the
sources of
only thing
information.
I ask for, and I will ask you to remove your video until you have been critical to your sources, okay?
Yep.
Once you have this confirmed, if you have all the bad shit about me and it's confirmed, okay, put it online, okay? Until then, please put it on hold because you know how this is damaging me. I don't like it. I don't like to go against you. I don't need to spend money go
Well,
against
you
you.
won't,
I'm
mate, because
doing
you're full
that.
of it. It's not rocket science. It's just, mate, I don't like the company
I'm just
structure,
asking you as a
regardless
man
of the
to man,
information.
Danny. I'm asking you as a man to man. Please hold these videos until you have verified your sources, okay? Once you have them verified, I don't mind, okay? Because I know you will never get them verified. The thing is,
I'm not
the
taking my
only thing
videos off.
between the
I've done the
only
New
thing
York
between
Times
you
last
and
week,
yeah.
mate.
No, Danny, listen. You have got a good reputation in the New
I'm
York
sorry,
Times,
Andreas. I
and
don't know what
you
planet
are a
you're on,
thorough,
but
and
your
you are a
app
fresh
is
breath
illegal
into.
and it's promoted by multi-level marketers and it's a Ponzi
No,
scheme and I
the thing
can't
is
get
this,
that out of my head.
The thing is this, Danny. I don't mind. I don't mind what you're doing. I think what you're doing is good. Is good
As long as I
for
don't
the whole
disrupt your
industry.
Ponzi scheme.
I'm not afraid of what you're doing because what you're doing is
Well, you
cleaning
have
up the
nothing to
industry.
worry about, do you?
And
That's the truth.
I have nothing to
You don't
worry.
have
No,
anything to worry about.
the thing is, Daniel. Oh, Danny.
That's all right. Daniel's good.
I personally, I have nothing to worry.
That's right.
But the thing is, you don't justify the truth. I put things out there, I tell you something, and you leave it out there without really
Mate,
justifying.
you would
And that's the
argue,
problem.
you would
And that's
argue
the
everything.
problem the two of us gonna discuss now or in court or whatever. The
Yep.
thing is, what I'm saying to you, Danny, try to give me at least the benefit of doubt until you have it verified. If you got it verified from another party, wow, publish it. Okay, it's okay. I don't mind, because you will never get it verified because you have a crooked source. Okay, I know that, but that's my philosophy. It's not my philosophy. It's my knowledge. Okay. So I'm gonna bring that knowledge to the courts of New Zealand, but
Okay,
that's
cool.
going forward takes time.
I play squash with the
No, it's not the threat. It's just what I gotta do. Okay.
Okay, well you do that, mate. But in the meantime, I just don't
Danny,
like your.
I'm trying to
I'm going to go now.
reason
I've had enough. All right.
What I'm trying to reason with you, Danny,
You're threatening
is
me.
to keep these things out of the record until you have a proof. Okay?
Yeah. Well, I've got enough proof in my knowledge, looking at your PowerPoint presentations that show me that this is a get-rich-quick scheme.
That's your
no. That's it, and that's what I'm trying to stop people from doing. I don't want people to invest their crypto and lose it in your platform.
You know what this tells me? This tells me you are not a professional journalist.
I'm not claiming to be. I'm not claiming to be a professional journalist, so I don't have to live up to the expectations of a professional.
On YouTube. And that kind of
I'm just after clicks.
Back, okay?
That's all I'm after. Please click on this video and hit the thumbs up.
I wish you a very good time, and I hope you have a great Christmas and you're doing this. But no problem. We're gonna do it legally, and we're gonna do it. I offered you now a way to do it, but you don't want to listen. Okay?
Yeah.
You can do what you want. That's your way of behaving. And that's fine.
Oh,
okay,
excellent.
I understand you're taking
Fair
all
enough.
my consideration. You don't do it, and I'm gonna come at you from a legal point of view.
All right, well, knock yourself out, mate.
Have a beautiful day and relax. Okay, thank you.
Right. See you, mate. Bye. So there you have it. So Andre is now going to set his legal team on me, which is quite exciting, really. But if you have been watching this far, it's not rocket science, really. He's threatened me, yelled at me, called me names and all sorts of things. He's had his Ben and some other idiot on here in the past. And basically, my argument, if you didn't get me talking over him, is basically this is a Ponzi scheme. It's not rocket science. Even if the people that are feeding me this information are crooked and have gone bankrupt and extortionists, whatever they are, it doesn't change the fact that when you go to the SuperOne and have a look at their own light paper, that they are actually selling NFTs. They are claiming they've got alliances with people like Heineken. If you watch their videos, their Zoom meetings, they're telling people to invest crypto. And they're telling them they're going to get unrealistic returns on their investment. Now, if you go to my Odyssey account, you can watch those videos. I've taken them off YouTube and I've put them into Odyssey. It's on the blockchain. And you can watch those videos and you can see that there was a guy in there who's actually trying to get me to sign up for the Ponzi scheme. And he's showing me that he's taking his money out now. So maybe there's an app over here. It may be legitimate. Who knows? But I don't think so, Tim. So what they're doing instead, in the meantime, they're offering get-rich-quick opportunities, invest in crypto, pay so much, and get daily rewards. And the more you invest, the more return you're going to get in your investment. It's all designed around multi-level marketing. And if you haven't been keeping up with current events, pal, I hate multi-level marketing. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. It was pretty intense. Most of this all of it was recorded live. And I'm Danny de Heck, and I thank you for watching. I will now splice this all together and make one big video, or should I publish them as 3 different ones? Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Who knows? Anyway, love your feedback, love your thoughts, and please do hit the like, thumbs up, and subscribe and all that sort of carry on. Hit the bell and you'll be notified when new videos come out. Anyway, have a good day.